You've talked a little bit about working with other people, other companies, things like that. You've also worked as a treasurer for Plym Chamber, and you've done work with Light Up Plympton. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about that work?
Yeah, I've been treasurer for a few things. The problem is when you're an accountant, end up being treasurer. So I was treasurer for the PTA at school as well, sort of thing. So I got involved in that. But yeah, I think as an accountant, you're the obvious person to be treasurer. So you've had the Plym Chamber actually. I remember that. There was a knock on my door. I don't know if it's when I was still at home. No, it's when I was in the business, when we moved to the business. I had a knock on the door from Andrew and Stella just introducing themselves to the Plym Chamber. It was in January as well. They go, oh, we're having a meeting the end of January. I think it's the last day of January. Sort of thing. We'd like to all businesses in Plympton to come along to see a bit more about them. It's called the Plympton Chamber back then. To see more about how we can help each other, blah blah. And actually, I thought about it. God, this is the last day of January. What the hell? No, I've got way too much to do really in January, but I thought I need to go there because at the time I hardly knew anybody in Plympton apart from one of my best mates and my clients. So I didn't have many other contacts in Plympton. So that's why I originally went along to that first meeting. And I'll be honest, it was a bit scary at the time because I didn't really do networking much back then. But they were very welcoming and that. And then bit by bit, I joined some events. I joined the committee, became treasurer. And we've done Light Up Plympton. Light Up Plympton was actually my idea. Probably most people don't know that. We went on a social media course about Facebook because we are talking probably 12, 15 years ago now. We went on a social media course and it says, oh, what you really need is some sort of tagline or something that people will like, that'll make it so that this is what the Christmas lights is about in Plympton. So yeah, so hashtag Light Up Plympton was born basically. So I don't think it even had a hashtag back then. But yeah, Light Up Plympton was born. So it's my idea to do that. We had a lady called Sarah who she was Italian actually, and so she came and worked in my office, which meant she mostly worked with me to be fair, on the Light Up Plympton. We had her for free for like 2 months or something like that. And so she helped put everything together and everything for Light Up Plimpton. So over the years, we spent a lot of hours, a lot of time, a lot of money, and getting the lights in Plimpton lit up. And this year, finally, Plym Chamber were no longer responsible for it. And a chap called Aaron has taken it on at diverse events because at the end of the day, it was a lot of hard work for volunteers, really. So, and most of who didn't even have a business on the Ridgeway. So, but yeah, no, over the years, we got it up from like a little tree with like 20, 30 people up to 5,000 plus people. So, it has been quite an event to work on, I'll be honest. But I'm glad we don't have that responsibility anymore, I'll be honest as well.
Yeah, I mean, seeing the growth is amazing, and I didn't know that you'd come up with that, so that's brilliant.
Yeah, well, I do have a bit of a creativity in me occasionally.